I'm serious. This is a big one.
I know you're.
Huge show on today's DNVR Broncos podcast. Defensive Player of the Year, Pat Surtain, is joining us in just a minute. Plus, we've got Hall of Famer Ed MacCaffrey. We've got Hall of Famer Terrell Davis. I should say should be Hall of Famer Ed MacCaffrey, Hall of Famer Terrell Davis, and Alex Singleton join us. Massive show starting now. And we're going to have the best defensive player in the NFL joining us right now, walking up to the set. Perfect timing, just like his award. He is a 3-time Pro Bowler, a 2-time first-team All-Pro, the best player on the defensive side of the ball, and it is our guy, Pat Surtain.
Big dog, big
Let's
dog.
go, baby.
What's happening, y'all?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, Pat, what have these past 24 hours been like?
Shoot, let me adjust this right quick.
You might have to flip it.
In there. No. I think you just have the cord. There we go.
Boom.
There we go.
We good. All right. Man, I ain't gonna lie. These last couple hours was surreal, man. I mean, everything just felt like a blur. Like, everything just passed by from the award show to now. Obviously, it's a busy day today.
Yep.
But I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it all. I'm sort of, soaking it all in while I can. So.
Well, you should, and I mean, you're the best out there. You deserve all of this. We appreciate your time. And Pat, do you have your phone on you? Can you take it out for me really quick?
Oh.
And tell me how many unread text messages you have.
So before I had like 800 unread.
Oh my gosh!
And right now I got like probably 300 more.
Oh my goodness!
And then like 1100.
It's good to be the defensive player of the year, isn't it? I guess a little overwhelming too, though.
It can be for sure. It can be, but why not? You got to enjoy it while you can.
Yeah, Pat, I got to ask you, man. You signed an extension during the season. Do you wish you would have waited just a couple more months? Because you know that extension just gets bigger.
I know, right? I mean, shoot, yeah, I don't know, man. Who would have tell? I mean, I was going into the year like, why not have that a guaranteed, year going into it? Don't take any chances. Any money that comes is a blessing. To reach that lucrative deal, I think that's, such a huge accomplishment. It's life-changing. So, I wasn't going to pass on by it and wait another year. So, I mean, but still, though, it's like, but it's all good, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. 100 million's pretty good.
Yeah,
it's a good deal.
It's a good deal. It's good. It's good.
When you got to the show last night, how confident were you that you were going to win?
When I got there, I was pretty confident. I mean, it seemed like everything was leading towards me winning.
Yeah.
Just the atmosphere, everybody, my family came in. I just felt like everything was positive towards that direction. So once the moment came, I was like, man, it's here. And it just happened. So,
where's the necklace? Are you wearing it today? The DPOY? You've got it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Got it on,
oh, baby,
man.
Look at that.
That is
incredible. Already got that. And just your family surprised you with it? A friend? Is that right?
No, we got this backstage.
Oh.
They had it backstage for us.
Oh, that's
so we
sick.
ever won. So.
That is so cool. Man, Pat, we are just we're so happy for you. I know Broncos Country so happy for you. The second guy to ever win this award as a Bronco, the seventh corner to ever win. You're only 24 years old. How can you even build on this? I mean, you've done it all Pro, Pro Bowl. You made the playoffs now, and Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, I just got to stay consistent at the end of the day, not get complacent. I'm chasing the Super Bowl now.
Let's go.
That's where we're trying to go next. I'm trying to get where Todd at. I see that right there. You feel me? So,
nice.
That's what I'm trying to get at. Is the Super Bowl next is in store. So.
Yep. And your dad, what a great player on his own. Has he finally admitted to you, like, okay, you're better than me? Have you had that conversation?
He probably say so for real. Yeah, he probably say that right now. But yeah, we always talk about this. We talked about this before the season. We manifested it, saying like, what I'm trying to accomplish. I'm trying to get that defense player of the year, and just to see it happen, man, it paid off. I put a lot of work in this offseason, trying to get my body right, and just putting it all together, to shape up what it is to be defensive player of the year. So.
Does this make you more excited to get back to the season? Like, are you ready to go out there and see if you can repeat or just, continue to build on a performance like this?
Yeah. It definitely makes me more excited. Definitely makes me go out there with more urgency. I just love playing the game at the end of the day. But it's definitely something that I look forward to going towards the season. Knowing I got that on my back.
Because I know you've had, like, great years leading up to this year. But it's almost one of those things, like, once you win the award, now people are looking. Like, now you can continue to go off, and you'll be on everybody's radar to possibly win it again.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's something to build off of for sure, especially after this year. I mean, even though it was a great year, I feel like I could still even be better. That's what I'm trying to chase, and it makes it even more fulfilling when you're trying to chase something even greater than what you've done in years past. So.
Man, no, you just got to take a step back. Don't worry about the grind right now. Enjoy this, Pat. I know you got to run because you're the busiest man. Everyone wants to talk to the Defensive Player of the Year. And, Pat, we are so fortunate to have been able to talk to you for many years now. And not only because you're a Defensive Player of the Year, a great player, but you're an awesome person. And I know our community has absolutely loved getting to know you. We've loved it, and we look forward to so much more. So congratulations, Pat. We are so thrilled for you. Yeah, absolutely. Congratulations. Pat, we'll let you roll.
All right, Harry.
I'll see you in Denver, baby.
Yeah. Got to bring it back, man.
Got to.
That is the GOAT, Pat Surtain. We can officially say that. See you, Pat. Man, just love catching up with Pat.
And we got one other big shout-out.
What's that?
We got Yaya's cousin, Jaden.
Oh,
happy birthday to him as well.
Happy birthday to Jaden, who's a big Pat Surtain fan. Yes.
What a combo.
Love that. So shout out to everyone who's tuning in with us as well. We got to talk to Pat a couple of times last night, so just extra shout out to Pat for joining us today. He had a couple of minutes, and he wanted to make sure he could squeeze that in on our show, so we really, really appreciate that. But, guys, your initial reaction to what we all thought was going to happen actually happening.
It's one thing to think it's going to happen. I know there was a year in there where everyone thought Champ Bailey was going to win the award, or he should have won it or deserved it.
6 votes.
For it actually happening, and you seen the way the votes shook out, like he won it, without question almost.
He beat the hell out of him.
Yeah, out of everybody.
Yep.
So I think it was great to see that everybody's recognizing how talented he is, and he deserves it. So it was dope.
He does. And really quick, before we go any further, got to give a shout-out to our presenting sponsor, Bet365. Use that code DNVR365 when you sign up. Place a $5 bet. Deposit $10. You're going to get $150 in bonus bets. We really appreciate Bet365 for being a big reason why we are here. We are presented by them. So use that code DNVR365 over at Bet365. The Super Bowl, I think there's going to be billions of dollars on this game. Make sure you're using your money over at Bet365. Helps us. They also have the best lines. They've got so many props out there. And if you bet on Pat Surtain at the beginning of the year, guys, one of my friends put in a bet over at Bet365. Guess what the odds were on Pat Surtain, Defensive Player of the Year in September?
100-1, right?
Yeah.
10,000 plus 10,000.
Wow.
So,
100 to 1.
100 to 1.
Yep.
So you would have got 100 times the money you put in. So shout out to my guy Kai. Shout out to Bet365 for hooking everyone up with that as well. And man, last night was one of the coolest nights of my life, guys. Got to be there at NFL Honors for the first time, but I'll tell you what, you see the ballroom that it's in, a beautiful ballroom. They've got media in a tent in the parking lot outside. So
sounds about right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, is that where we should be, Todd?
I mean,
let's put you in a tent. You're media now, bud.
No, see, because Todd would wear shiny shoes and like dress up nice, and
I'd sneak into the.
You would wear that in a tent?
No.
I'd find a way.
He's media now. He's media now.
I don't know.
You're one of us, Todd. Although you like to show that ring off just to show that you're different than us too.
We're all a family.
There we go. So we got to be in there, got to see Pat officially win it, and then we went out and hung out with Pat after, which was so cool. Stayed up way too late, had too much fun, and then get to have Pat on our show today. So big shout out to Pat, big shout out to you guys. This has been an awesome week, capped off by the best thing that could have happened for the Broncos, and that's Pat taking home the award. Bo Nix did not win Offensive Rookie of the Year. We all knew that was not going to happen. Sean Payton comes in 5th for Coach of the Year voting. He only got 1 first-place vote, but, I mean, Pat winning it takes the cake, makes everything worth it.
Yeah, I think people don't realize how awesome it is to just be in those categories sometimes. I know everybody wants to win their, own category, but just to be in the Offensive Rookie of the Year or to be in the Coach of the Year, like, that means you had a hell of a year.
Yeah.
And nobody can take that away from you. So you may not have been first, but you were top 5. And you're top 5 for enough years is how you get one of those gold jackets.
Yep.
I mean, and this is the best awards performance the Broncos have had in forever. Like, winning one of them, having a couple more finalists, that's not something that has happened here in the past decade. So, step in the right direction.
Yeah, it's definitely a step in the right direction. And our show is going to just continue to continue to be great today, because we not only have the Defensive Player of the Year joining us, we've got Hall of Famer Terrell Davis, Ed MacCaffrey, and also we have Alex Singleton joining us. So let's continue this show after I give a shout out to our friends over at Lucy. We're over at Lucy. It is 100% pure nicotine, always tobacco free. Lucy Breakers are nicotine pouches with an extra surprise. Each pouch holds a capsule that can be broken open to release extra flavor and hydration. So set yourself up with a subscription and have Lucy delivered straight to your door. And if you go to lucy.co/DNVR and use our promo code DNVR, you're going to get 20% off your first order. Lucy has a 30-day refund policy if you changed your mind. Again, that's lucy.co and use the code DNVR for 20% off. And Lucy's products are only for adults of legal age, and every order is age verified. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
And shout out to Ice Shaker, where if you guys are drinking protein powder, that sort of stuff, that's a spot to go. It's cups, mugs. I don't know, what do you call that? What do you call that thing? Just bottle? Is it just a bottle?
Yeah.
And you shake it all up, and it's created by the Gronkowskis. They're awesome products. We've had a couple that we've gotten to try. Super well made. Sometimes those stuff just kind of feel like junk, but these do not. Best part is, if you go to iceshaker.com, you can use the code AllCity25, and that's all one word, AllCity25 in caps, at checkout, and you save 25% off your order. Again, they've sold over 1 million of these bottles. They're the best out there, so order your team-branded bottles today at iceshaker.com. Use the code AllCity25 for 25% off your order. Ice Shakers, show your support for your teams with the best branded workout bottles on the market.
And shout out to our presenting sponsor, Bet365. If you want to show support to us when you bet on the big game on Sunday, make sure it is over at Bet365. Code DNVR365, Bet365. Place a $5 bet, deposit $10, $150 in bonus bets that you can use and win money on over at Bet365. All right, guys, Saquon Barkley. Do you hope he breaks Terrell Davis's rushing record on Sunday? Because it's kind of a two-headed sword here. Because if he doesn't, let's say Saquon goes for 27 yards. So if Saquon gets 29 yards, he breaks Terrell Davis's all-time record for most rushing yards in an entire season, including postseason.
Yep.
If he doesn't break it, is there really a chance that the Eagles can beat the Chiefs?
Not a chance in hell. So
yeah, I agree.
It is catch-22. I think if
It
he
is.
wasn't playing the Chiefs, I would probably say no, just so TD can keep that record.
Yeah.
But because he's playing the Chiefs, I kind of want to see them lose. So I would have to say yes. We want to see him break the record, I guess technically he could break the record and have 30 yards and they could lose. We want to see him almost go for 200. So
Right.
he can't just barely break it. He has to really destroy it.
Yeah, I mean, I just want TD to have his record. Whatever happens, happens. I mean,
So
to me,
you would
it's
rather
all
have the
Broncos.
Chiefs win and TD keep the record?
I'm a Broncos guy. I care about the Broncos first. And
So
TD's
you would
a Bronco-
rather have the
let
Chiefs
me finish,
win?
Let me finish.
Well, you're not answering the question.
No, let me finish my answer. I'm a Broncos guy. I'm all Broncos. I care. Whoever's Broncos first, that's first. Number 2 is AFC West, Chiefs, Raiders, all them. I want them to lose. Terrell Davis is a Bronco. You're in category number 1. I want his record, and it'd be great if the Chiefs lose, but that's priority number 1 here because, it's Broncos first. It's love before hate.
No, this one has to. I agree with Todd. It has to be hate. You can't have the Chiefs three-peat because then the history that they would get.
Yeah.
No. Now maybe there's
now you're too much hate, not enough love. We love TD.
Nope.
Let your love overcome your hate.
Yeah, we love TD, and we just talked to him. We're going to play that conversation in a second, but the Chiefs will have something that no other team will have, and it's that three-peat. Can't have it. Now, there's maybe a scenario where Saquon rushes for 27 yards. Maybe he gets 100 through the air or something, and the Chiefs lose. We're all pulling for that, but we caught up with TD to ask him this question. And, Todd, you didn't hear what his answer was. What do you think TD said? Do you think he's pulling for Saquon to break the record because he likes him, or do you think he's taking the approach that some athletes do, which is okay, and saying, like, man, that's my record. I'm not cheering for that.
Nah. I think TD's a good dude, so I would say that he's like, you can't hoard records. Like, you can't go out there and stop him from doing something. So if he has the opportunity to do it and break the record, I mean, he's earned it, so why not?
I don't think there's anybody in the world who would say, like, I don't care. I think everybody wants their record to stand.
Todd literally just said the opposite.
I think like you can accept that it's probably going to happen.
Yeah.
But nobody wants to see their record broken.
No, you want it to stand, but if you have a guy that has the opportunity to break it, you're not like pissed about it. You know what I'm saying? But at the start of the year where you're like, I hope nobody breaks my record this year, probably so.
I think we'll let him talk.
Well, we will let TD talk. Now, this we had this set up with TD, and I got to tell you, he is the most popular guy here. We couldn't literally take one step without either a fan, someone he knows, another Hall of Famer, a news station stopping in and being like, we need to get him right now. So this is broken up into 3 different parts. Shout out to RG for filming this. Shout out to him putting it together, and shout out to you here loading it up. Let's hear from TD right now.
Yeah.
You have to wear 2.
Your shit's so damn big, it don't even look real.
Where's yours? We got to compare it.
Well, shit, there's no comparison. What they need to do, Todd, they need to reissue. They need to update our fucking rings because our shit's like it was cool then. Yep. But you got dudes who open up little doors and they got plays and they got plays drawn in there. They got all kind of shit going on.
Now. You need anniversary rings. 30-year anniversary.
Well, they just need to go ahead and make new ones. Just say, hey man, listen, turn your ring in. They'll take the diamonds out, whatever, and give you some new ones, man. Like give us update them jokers.
Exactly.
Because it's hard to break them out when them cats walking around.
What do you like more, the rings or the jacket?
This jacket.
Yeah.
The ring, because the rings, like how often you wear that?
Not too often. Yeah.
I wear the jacket. I wear the hell out of the jacket. Yeah. And in a world of team, which I love team, I'm a big team person, always have been. But it is refreshing. It is fun to be able to break out something that's yours.
Yep.
That's only that you have, and it's like, hey man, because it reminds you, man, your contributions to the team.
Yep.
Like, hey man, this, I was on a squad, but hey, I made a contribution now. Man. I did something. And then my kids, they think I'm a bum anyway. They think I'm a bum.
No
so I gotta show these little cats every year, like this time of the year.
Guys, we have to interrupt. He's got to meet Pat Surtain.
Oh, can we show it?
Show it.
All right, can we come with you?
Yeah.
Record this. DNVR in the
All right.
Yeah, love it.
That's a friendly interruption.
Yeah, that's great interruption. Our 2 favorites, TD and PS2.
Lots of Broncos over here.
What up, big dog?
Oh my
No,
gosh.
should I say defensive player?
Appreciate you, man.
You're wearing the Hall of Fame jacket
Yes,
right
sir.
now.
Yep.
Broncos are looking for a Hall of Fame running back. Do you think a lot of people like Ashton Jeanty love him? What have you seen?
Love
from
him. Hey, bye. No, I listen. You see a person, especially a running back who was wait. Let's pause that. You can't forget the video. How you doing?
Great to you.
He's popular.
Some people want to hold the records forever. Some people are okay with passing it on. How do you feel about that?
Well, you don't have a choice, man. I mean, it ain't like people say, "Hey, man, can I break your record?" And you say no, and they won't do it. So you can forget that part. I mean, it is what it is. For me, I enjoyed it, man. And I asked people, I said, do you think every year I enjoy seeing them put up these stats where it's like Super Bowl MVP or leading rusher, regular season and postseason, and my name was on there?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Of course.
Heck yeah. Who wouldn't?
Yeah,
Thank you.
100%.
And now I have my kids are growing up, and so they don't know.
Yeah.
You know, they couldn't put it into context. So now they get to see TV where they call me, Dad, they just put your name up there. Dad, they were talking about you. Dad, they did this. And so I'm like, hey, man, see, I told you, your dad was pretty good. He wasn't a bum like y'all think he was. You know what I mean? So it shows them that I worked hard, and it shows them, kind of my career. But also, I know it's not going to stand forever. I know that. I watch TV and I see, like, Travis Kelce. And Travis Kelce catches a touchdown, and it says, Travis Kelce took down one of Jerry Rice's records. Yeah. Like, he's assaulting Jerry Rice's records are falling in the postseason. You think Jerry sitting there said, hey, man, break all my records? No. No. Yeah. But you understand, the longer they play this game, they're playing more games now. And in passing, they're throwing the ball a lot more. Yeah. So eventually, it will get broken. But I've enjoyed it for 26 years. I'm going to enjoy it for another couple of days. and then I'm going to have a drink on Sunday when he breaks it. I'm going to toast him, and I'm going to toast Saquon because he's a hell of a player. Yeah. And I always say that. I said, for me, I like Saquon. Yeah. And when he breaks it, man, I couldn't have asked for a better dude to break it. Yeah. Like, if I didn't like him, I'd be like, no, man. I would. Seriously, I would say that. Yeah. I'll be honest with you. But he is. I watched Saquon since he came in when he was at Penn State, and I've followed his career ever since. And I've ran across him at a couple of events. We text each other back and forth, not often. Yeah. But I'm like, this dude, he's got it. Yeah. He's got it figured out.
Yeah. Well, here's to an Eagles win and Saquon coming 1 yard short of your record. How about that?
That's what I said. I said, I don't mean this, but I am joking. I said, man, I do hope like in warm ups he pull a hamstring.
And they still beat the Chiefs still.
Win the game. Win the game, but just 28 yards.
Yeah.
28 yards rushing.
Appreciate you, TD. You're the best. So Kenneth Gainwell goes off in this game. That's what we're hoping for.
They need that guy who was breaking off those runs at the end of the game.
Yeah.
They need that guy. He looks so good. Why not play him over Saquon?
Oh, because he was playing against third stringers, I think, or a bad
10 carries, 100-something yards. Not bad.
Yeah, he ripped off one for 70, I think.
Ride it.
You think the Eagles are going to buy that?
Oh.
Yeah, whoa.
No.
Yeah,
no.
They're not I don't think so. Todd, one of the things that you said that caught your attention was how long TD's had this record for.
Yeah, 26 years. I had no idea. That's a long time to be at the top. And then both of them get broken. Like, that's crazy that you had two at the top and then it's potentially, now you're 2 and 3. But 26 years is a long time. So. Not to say he's had a good run, but he's had a good run.
He has had literally, he's had a good run. And you know what? He still would probably have the record for like most rushing yards in a 2-year span. Yeah. Because he did those in back-to-back years there.
That doesn't come up very often.
Oh, we'll make it.
That's not one that shows up
then
on the TV
we need to push
broadcast.
it, just like we helped push Pat Surtain Defensive Player of the Year.
On TV. They have that graphic that shows up there when somebody does that. But also for the people in the chat.
And there's a little asterisk because there's an extra game.
True.
It's true.
So. And did the Eagles have a bye this year?
Everybody has a bye.
The Lions had it.
Lions had it. Yeah. So I wonder, because the Broncos would have had a bye in the playoffs.
So
we have to go back and check.
One less game, yeah.
I'm not sure. But, yeah, also that was Aaron Jones who interrupted us the second time. I'm surprised nobody in the chat could figure that out. I'm honestly a little bit disappointed.
Wow.
Yeah, I think you guys should.
Man, you're just hating Henry today. I mean, you're hating everyone. You're hating the chat. You're just.
I don't think I'm not hating anybody. I love Pat. I love Terrell. I love Todd. I love Zach. I love Yaya.
That's the first time he's ever said that to me.
I love everybody.
Jaden?
Can you believe this guy?
Oh. Well, I was like, Jaden Daniels. Why are we loving Jaden Daniels right now?
Why would we talk
about Of course,
Jaden?
Jade's cousin.
Yes.
Yes, thank you. Yes, the real Jaden. And want to give another shout out to Bet365. We've got 2 awesome conversations coming up, and I want to hit those. But before we hit those, I want to give a shout out to our friends over at Bet365, where if you use the code DNVR365 over at Bet365, you're going to get $150 in bonus bets when you place a $5 bet to deposit $10 over at Bet365. They're all about being never ordinary, so you can get so many different bets. They've got Swifty bets that you can bet on with the Super Bowl. You can bet on what color the Gatorade is going to be that's dumped on the winning head coach. You can bet on, you can bet on everything. You can bet on how long the halftime performance is going to be. You can bet on how long the national anthem is going to be. You can bet on how many yards Saquon's going to have on the ground, through the air, combined. You can bet on anything you can dream of with the Super Bowl. It's over at Bet365, including the unordinary, since they are never about being ordinary. If you want to bet on the Nuggets, you want to bet on the Avs, they've got it all as well. So use that code DNVR365 over at Bet365 when you sign up. Deposit $10, place a $5 bet, and you're going to get $150 in bonus bets, win or lose when you sign up. Must be 21 and older, physically located in Colorado. Please gamble responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, wants help, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply.
Shout out to Bet365. I was just thinking in my head, you know how players and coaches can't bet on football games?
Yep.
But if I'm performing the national anthem, can I bet $1 million that I go over?
There's no way.
I'm sure the answer is no.
Yes, it's got to be no.
I would.
You think there's a clause in the contract?
But, yeah, that would be like,
there's got to be a
that
clause
would be
somewhere.
fraud somehow.
How?
It would. Yes, I don't know how, but yes. Yeah, it's like insider trading. It's fraud.
I didn't tell anybody about it. I just did it.
Yeah, but no.
I'm the company.
Nope.
If we're about to go public and I buy more stock in my own company, that's not insider trading. It's my company. I just can't tell anybody else to do it.
I don't know what the rule is. I just know you couldn't.
That feels like there should be
We'll
somewhere.
try it.
But
there's definitely a rule.
I do
we'll
think
try
we should
it. You
try to
singing the
get
national
Todd.
anthem?
I will try one time. If
Just
I
start
have,
practicing.
if I can't make money from that, at least I can make some money with Verizon.
People
You're
like
tired of your
good
phone
point.
bill draining your bank account. Wish you can use that money for something else.
Yes.
Well, Verizon feels you're paying. For a limited time, new customers can get up to $800 in a prepaid MasterCard to pay off your current smartphone loan when you switch. That's right, $800. And maybe you can bet that on the national anthem.
Yeah.
Maybe no insider trading, but
Over
$800.
under. Over under. What are we doing? Over?
Yep. Just trade in any smartphone from our top brands with select unlimited plans. This deal won't last long, so don't get stuck on the bench. Switch to Verizon today and take control of your game plan. Visit your local Verizon stores for details.
Shout out to Bet365, our presenting sponsor, DNVR365, over at Bet365. Deposit $10, place a $5 bet, $150 in bonus bets when you sign up. Speaking of the national anthem, do you want to sing the national anthem for us right now, Todd?
Oh, which one?
That one.
Oh.
There's only one
No,
national
that's a
anthem.
black national anthem.
Oh,
too.
yeah, right. Yeah. Isn't it called the Black National Anthem, though? Yeah, so there is only one, national anthem, then there's a Black National Anthem.
What do you think, Todd?
No.
When I said which one, you said the black one. You said the black one.
I said,
Do you know what the black one's called?
Yes.
It's been a year since we talked about it.
Yes, it has been. So sing either one, whichever one you want.
no, I'm not singing right now. I'm just,
Oh, but you started.
I'm just dissecting the room of how you feel about, the national anthem.
I love both of them. I like that.
Sing the black one.
Yeah. You sing it.
There we go.
I'm saving it for Monday.
All right.
Is that the friendly wager?
Yes, on camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So the
'Cause I took
friendly
the
wager
Eagles.
for the Super Bowl.
I took the Eagles and you guys both took the Chiefs. We've been talking always, how do
Yep.
you want the Chiefs to lose? What do you want to do? And you guys both took the Chiefs.
Yeah, and the reason is because I listened to everyone that we had on, and everyone that talked about this game scared the hell out of me about the Chiefs winning, because pretty much the consensus is the only way the Chiefs lose this game is if the Eagles blow them out. The Chiefs are a 15-1 team when Mahomes starts in the regular season this year. They're a team that is 17-1, including the playoffs, when Mahomes starts this year, and we're asking a team to go and blow them out. That's why I hope it doesn't happen, but every single guest we had on scared the hell out of me with that.
You can't lose faith. Tom Brady
I've
made it
lost
all the way
faith.
to the Super Bowl undefeated and then lost to a team that barely made the playoffs.
Good. Yeah, I hope that's what.
It's a matter of time when you
think
get
the
I
home.
hope that's
Eagles
what
might
happens.
blow
So
'em
you
out.
guys make sure you drink some hot tea on Sunday to warm up the vocal cords.
Am I allowed to change sides?
No.
No,
You made
I'm
the
stuck
choice.
with the
Todd
Chiefs.
locked you in.
Yep. You're
Dang.
locked in.
Yeah.
I would have to learn that song anyway.
Which one?
You know the one. You know
No,
the
I
one.
don't. Which one?
I know our national anthem. I sang
Oh,
the Bellagio
our?
Mountains. Well,
Wow.
Wow.
I know ours, I don't know theirs.
Into a hole right now.
No, you dug me into the hole.
Before we go any further, so a score prediction. Just throw it out there.
Oh, man. Got to win by 9. Let's go 31.
Damn. I'm doing 31.
No way, I'm doing 31.
Uh-oh.
Eagles are going to
Wow.
score 31, and the Chiefs are going to score 22.
Love that. I'm going to go 31-30.
I'm going 31-17 Eagles.
No, you are going
No, I
with
know,
the
I know
Chiefs.
for a bet.
You
I
are
know
going
for,
with the
no,
Chiefs.
I know for a bet I have to go with the Chiefs, but if for
I'm
those of you
confused.
watching, I think the Eagles are going to do it.
I so hope that I'm singing the national anthem on Monday
Me too.
to start the show. If not, you guys are singing it.
No,
No,
I'm not allowed to flip.
he's on your
I'm
side.
on your side.
If not, Todd's singing it.
There we go.
And if the Eagles win, Henry and I will open up Monday's show. Oh, say. And it'll continue.
He can't wait.
He can't wait.
Can't wait. Can't wait for it, and I hope that's what happens. I hope we do not have to hear Todd's shining voice, even though it is a beautiful voice. Oh, you're warming up. Don't warm up. We're not going to need it.
I got to just, be honest. My aunt did win a few Grammys, so I'm not saying I'm
Wait.
amazing, but
Wow.
there
Grammys.
are vocal genes in my genes. So.
Wow. I'm going to be honest, too. I have traveled to Spain, France, and China for singing. So my genes are in my throat, baby.
I don't know if that's a good thing.
At least they're yours.
Exactly. They're mine. Henry, what tell us about your vocal talent.
I don't sing. I've got some skiing genes. Two of my mom's uncles were Olympians.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Nice.
really going to come in handy for the national anthem.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm probably just gonna need a couple shots if.
Shots
It
at 10:45? Is that what we're doing?
I mean, it's a Monday. What else are
Okay,
you gonna do?
okay, I love that. Okay, before we get out of here, we got 2 awesome interviews that you are not going to want to miss, and we're going to play them right now. And we're going to start off with our conversation with Alex Singleton yesterday. He's literally in town for 16 hours. He left at 7 a.m. this morning, got in yesterday afternoon. He wanted to come talk to us, so he flew all the way out from Denver to New Orleans with his wife, 8 months pregnant right now, just to talk to us. Shout out, Alex. Enjoy the conversation. How's the leg?
Dude, it's good.
I mean, you're walking totally normal in here.
Ready to run? Ready to play? Yeah. I could be you in a race. Not everybody in here, but I could be you in a
Could you be
race.
Todd in a race?
No, probably not right now.
I think you could have beat Zach in a race right after you got injured.
No, that's Henry.
Oh, that's for sure. I'm fast.
So you're running?
Yeah, we're running. We started running this week. We're 16 weeks out, so we're
Dang, already?
yeah.
What's the like goal? If you're 16 weeks out, is it like 30 weeks?
No, 9 months is the technical doctor approval time period, but that's June, so
Okay.
we're good.
Fine.
Yeah.
I mean, right after the
It's gonna-
season, you said you're right on track, but it seems
Yeah,
like
I'm on
you're
track, yeah.
way ahead.
Yeah, I feel like I'm in a good. Like we started OT. Like I could do like phase 1 today, so
Yeah.
we're good.
Yeah.
Since I'm a phase 1 all OTAs this year kind of guy, anyways. So we're good.
That's
No,
what veterans
we're ready.
get.
Yeah.
I mean, you were giving Henry Kraft for having your picture be on the cap casualties.
Did you see that?
Part of the website.
Crazy.
Have you thought about the future, or are you 100% planning on being here?
Yeah, I'm gonna be here.
Good.
We can't worry about that. I don't know.
So then
That's the goal.
there's a pipeline from Philadelphia to Denver when it comes to inside linebacker. Zach Bond. Have you been following him?
Yeah, I mean he's played really well this year. I mean they still got another game to play, so they're not even done yet, which is crazy. I mean, yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be a bad addition. I know both the guys playing on Sunday are free agents, so neither would be a bad pairing. So that'd be fun.
Which one would you want?
I mean, they're both great. I don't think that's.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got a ton. We got guys in the room though that are ready. Drew's been back. He is back to inside, so I think he's going to just continue to grow and be ready. I think Justin Strnad, obviously he's a free agent, played good enough to be signed back and have an opportunity. Cody, same thing. Like those guys are ready, and we got young guys in the room. Todd was with us this summer. Like LB will be older and better, so whichever way they go, it's going to be a good room. I know people are worried about it, but I'm not going to be, and I'll be healthy, so it'll be nice.
Do you think Drew is back at inside linebacker? It seems like every time I blink, he's either
he might be somewhere now.
positions.
They might move him to receiver or tight end, I think, but maybe running back. We'll see. But I think he'll be back inside for good, which would be nice. It'll be good for him.
Did you get to spend any more time with Drew this year just because you weren't playing?
I got to spend time with everybody because I wasn't playing. So it was all the young guys, like him, LB. Spent a ton of time with them, just kind of going over games and just showing them how I see the game, how I process everything. So that was nice, and I think helped Drew a little bit. He's not a talkative guy, so you never really know what he learned, but I think in the right direction.
What were you most excited about, like, getting back to? For me, it was hitting people. Like, when I was hurt and I couldn't hit nobody, it made me mad. But when I got back in the game, I couldn't wait to just lay the first hit.
Yeah, hitting somebody, just being around the guys like fully again, I think. Because, I think my mindset has gone full off season, like as the season's ended. But yeah, when OTA starts, I'm gonna be like, damn, I'm not out there yet. So that's what I'm most excited about, just being there with the guys again and getting going. Because it just feels, like I played this year kind of, but now it feels like it'll be 2 years since I played, and I'm already like, all right, it's time to go. Like I'm already in as good a shape as I can be in everywhere else, but this tiny little part of my body.
I can't even tell. Like it looks like you're ready to go right now.
What a good guy.
You're
People don't understand like how big of a split it is once you get hurt. Like when you're hurt and can't practice and sometimes can't be at the facility, it's like you're excommunicated from the team. It really becomes like the hurt guys and the guys that are playing. So getting back into that mix, I think, will be good.
Yeah, and that's the exciting part. Like I saw the guys in the morning. I'd get there at 7 a.m. when they would, because we only had 2 guys on IR. So it'd be me and Quinn Bailey getting treatment. Everybody else is just coming in for touch-ups because we're like the healthiest team in the league. But then I'm hanging out with them, and all of a sudden they go to meetings, and that move when you're on IR, you don't go to extra meetings. So, I would, pop in everything, go to walkthroughs, do stuff, but, you're not at every meeting. So you don't see everybody all day. And then you get to go home at 3 or 4 o'clock when they finish practice and they go to more meetings. So, yeah, you're not really part of the team. So, yeah, that's for sure the one thing you're just itching to get back to, and it's exciting.
You're about to be a dad. How you feeling?
I mean, I might be right now. So good. I'm excited. We're super excited. I can't wait. I obviously, you never really know if you're ready, so we're gonna see how it goes. But in the next week, we will have a baby, so we're super excited.
Crush it. That's awesome. So excited for you. He did the craziest thing I've ever seen a human do. Remember when it was freezing in Denver a couple of weeks ago? Literally like -4, -10. He went outside and took an ice bath when it was -4 degrees outside. What's wrong with you?
That's what you're supposed to do. It's recovery, right? But nobody knows. I sat in a sauna that was 220 degrees for 30 minutes before that. So that's kind of nice. That's the good part.
You're still doing it. You're still sitting in freezing cold water? Oh, my.
You have to, every day. But speaking of freezing, since, I need you guys to jump with me, Special Olympics Polar Plunge coming up in Denver, March 24th.
Okay.
I think DNVR can make a team.
Yep.
Jump in together, raise money.
Yep. Freezing.
Let's
go.
Be there. And everybody out there, donate money to this poor team.
Let's go, donate.
The more money, the less clothes he. Well, actually, but no one wants to see him with his shirt off. So the more clothes, the more money, the more clothes he'll wear.
Shirt on, for sure.
Every Grizz thing he owns, he has to wear when he jumps in.
Well, I mean, you wore this one, so.
Who won this year?
So who won 2 years ago?
And the 4 years before that?
Yeah, there was that.
And also, Hall of Famer. Congratulations.
Oh, yeah,
dude. What do you have to say?
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Did you get a jacket?
Thanks, dude. Well, I technically can't go because it's next weekend, so I'm actually going to talk a year from now, but no, I think we get a sweet ring. It is cool, too. Like, you'll remember, like, at Montana State, we used to meet in the Hall of Fame room, so you got to, like, see all the people's, like, little busts or whatever. And so it's cool to, like, have one of those now. Even though those guys don't go in there at all anymore because now they have a nice facility. It'll be a... Yeah, they have not like a big one, but they're like, it's part of like the wall, which is kind of cool. Like
Sac State gives me like a plaque, like I'm a name on like a piece of metal. That's it.
That makes sense to everyone. That's Sac State. For recruiting purposes, if you have an offer from Sac State or Montana State, you know where to go.
Montana though, go to Montana.
Yeah, what if it's between Montana and Montana State?
Montana State.
Yeah.
Who was just in the championship? Montana State.
2 of the last 3 years, Montana State's been. Haven't they? 2 of the last 3
It
years?
was 2 of the last. They've been.
Thank you.
Didn't win, but been.
Oh, wait, one more thing. Walter Payton Man of the Year. You are the Broncos nominee. What haven't you done this year? You
Played
having a baby?
football.
Yeah. Well, no, because you played football with the torn ACL.
We did for 3 weeks. Yeah, a short-lived time. Yeah, I mean, that's, essentially, obviously why I'm here. So, yeah, it's really exciting. I think that's the coolest honor. I think that and, like, being a team captain are the 2, like, biggest things you can do in an organization. So it's really cool. It's really special. It'll be cool to represent the Broncos tonight. I won't be at the game to represent them, which, stinks, but, got a baby to...
Yeah. Have I missed any awards?
No, I think that's it.
Yeah.
Do you know if Pat won?
Laundry list.
I mean, this is tomorrow, right? Yeah. Yeah, this is tomorrow. Yeah, Pat won. Congrats, Pat. I know I recorded a video for the team, and we didn't know yet. If he loses, I don't know who. I think this year's crazy. There's not even like a competition, which is super cool. I mean, he's the best player that I've shared the field with, and I've played with a lot of really good players, but I mean, he's just special. So it's really cool. I'm proud of him. He'll have a real bust in the Hall of Fame one day, which is the coolest thing in the world to, hopefully play another 4 or 5 years with him and then watch him play for another decade, just continue doing what he's doing because it's really special.
Appreciate you, Alex. This guy, Hall of Famer. Where'd everyone go? Everything's gone. Why am I here alone? Shout out to Alex for joining us. He was right on Pat Surtain. He is awesome. His knee's looking great. And he's just winning every single award. Literally, I mean, I think he won the table award, and that's why the table's no longer here for me. We are packing up. As you can tell, we got a show in 2 hours. I don't have a chair anymore, so that's going to do it for us. But don't leave. We got one more interview that we've got. We talked to Ed McCaffrey. Should be in the Ring of Fame. Should be in the Hall of Fame. Number 87. You know him. You love him. We know him. We love him, and you're going to really love this conversation with Ed MacCaffrey. Shout out to everyone who joined us this week, all 17 guests. We got so many people behind the camera. Henry, Alyssa, Yahir, RC, Allie, Marissa, RG, RK, Jake, Scott. We had an awesome time this week, and thank you all for joining us, and enjoy Ed on the way out. We are joined by 2-time Super Bowl champ Ed MacCaffrey, Broncos legend, should be in the Ring of Fame, should be in the Hall of Fame as well. Ed, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, man. You're too kind. Thank you for that intro. You were hired.
Oh, right on. Let's go. And of course, you are joined today, or you're rocking and rolling with PXG.
Yes.
Thank you. A great golf company. You've been rolling with them. Another one of your guys, Terrell Davis, is rocking and rolling with them. Tell me about it. PXG.
Yeah, I golfed with Terrell this past summer. He's actually a really good golfer. I was surprised. He has a good short game. I figured he'd hit the ball long off the tee box, but what's going on, man? Good to see you. But talking about Hall of Fame running backs, holy cow, this place is loaded with just phenomenal people, phenomenal players. It's like a reunion for me. But in the off season, and now every day is the off season for me, I picked up golf, and all my kids love it too. Christian and Max and Dylan and Luke, they get kind of competitive. And luckily, TD and I were on the same team, and we were using the same clubs. But the clubs are customized, and as he would tell you, I'll tell you the same thing. Like in football, you have customized everything. Now the helmet is customized, it's molded to your head, your shoulder pads have to fit properly, you have to have the proper cleats. That's all the equipment I wore. I didn't wear any other equipment. A lot of, I shed everything because I wanted to get faster. But the equipment I did wear had to fit properly, I had to be able to perform at my best, and that's what I get with PXG clubs. The grips are customized, they test your swing. All the technology now is like incredible, right? And say form fit it to your swing and to your fit. And so it's nice because when I was younger, I had clubs, and as my kids got older, they'd take all my clubs and I'd be missing them, or they'd break them, or they'd lose them. And then finally I gave up trying to have my own set of clubs until the last couple of years, and PXG hooked me up, and man, my golf game has really improved.
Who's the best golfer in the Is it Lisa? Is it Christian? Is it you?
If Lisa wanted to be, she would be. But she doesn't golf as much as everybody else. And the kids would literally get in an argument. They would be arguing for the next 2 hours about who's the best. So I think, the other guys are going to hate me, I think Luke won the last time they went out. And I wouldn't say he has the most beautiful swing, but he gets the job done. Right, and he plays with PXGs as well.
There you go. Yeah, I need a new set of clubs. I think PXG might be the answer. Todd, what are your clubs like, Todd?
They're pretty good. They're not PXG. I got to give me a set of those. Maybe if my game gets a little bit better, I'll definitely give me a set of PXG clubs. So in Denver, there's a lot of great courses. Is there anywhere you love to play in Denver?
There are a million great courses. Yeah, and I play all over the place. So, obviously there's a lot of private country clubs, but there's some great public courses as well.
Yep.
So I've probably played every course in the state at this point. We've been living there since 1995, and I really enjoyed the game. I didn't play a ton when I was a player, other than in tournaments and things like that. Set a couple course records. I don't know if you guys knew about that.
There you go.
I didn't know. Where?
Yeah. Well, at the Cadillac Invitational Tournament in New Jersey, I had a record-setting 156.
That sounds like me.
This was before I started using PXG clubs. Actually, that's probably the best endorsement they could get. I had a 19 on one hole, and I'll admit I'm a really honest guy, but I was going to lie about my score. I'm like, there's no way I'm admitting to getting a 19 on one hole and shooting a 156. And then I got back to the clubhouse, and they have billboards in these real tournaments with my score highlighted. I'm like, you can't even lie about my score. They're recording it. But that was when I was a rookie. I was just learning the rules. I didn't know they counted it as a stroke when your club hit the sand in the trap. There's all these rules I didn't know. I borrowed my friend Bardotz's kids' clubs because I didn't have my own set of clubs. Played the whole round. Back then they pay you to play, so I'm like, sign me up, I'll play, even though I don't have my own clubs and I don't know what I'm doing. But then as I got older, I started playing in a lot more tournaments and playing with my teammates. It's a great way to bond in the off season. But yeah, went from a 156, getting my name put in Golf Digest for the highest score in the history of the tournament, to now I can golf in the 80s.
There you go.
Yeah.
Like 87 maybe?
Yeah, I mean, it's still a pretty good range. It's like, say, 85 to 105.
Yeah.
That's my range. On a good day, I'm in the low 90s. With the possibility of mid 80s, and then on a bad day, I'm over 100.
About right.
Yeah, exactly.
87 would be a good score. That's my goal. Next year, my goal is to shoot somewhere in the low 80s, like around 80.
Okay.
I'm not, 1 year at a time. I'm not trying for 70s right out the gate, but it would be nice to shoot in the low 80s. But I played a whole lot more this last year, and I think it's really because of my clubs. I have a consistent pair of clubs. I used to just, borrow them wherever I went golfing, ask if they had an extra set, and use whatever the golf course had for me. But the last couple of years, I've been dialing in my game a little bit. You guys golfers?
I golf. I golf a little bit in Denver. It took me a long time to get used to it because, as athletes, you expect to start and be really good at something. You feel like you're athletic. It took me a long time to try and get good, and I had put it away for a little bit, and then now I'm picking it back up, and I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, when I was younger, my best rounds were the first couple rounds because I didn't expect anything. And then I started swinging for the fences, thinking I'm a pro athlete. I should be crushing everybody out here.
For sure.
And then the ball started going left and right, hit a house. And then, you're right. It's about your swing, and it's about having a rhythm and doing things the right way. And you can't just power your way through a golf game. And it's really more of a mental game than anything. You watch these great golfers, and they already know. It's almost like when you're playing billiards, right? Like they're setting up their next shot. And so once I learned to do that, my score started coming down.
And you gotta learn to let go. I think in football we grit through everything, and golf is the sport where you just kind of you've got some teaching, you understand how to play, you just got to go out there and swing and just get comfortable.
And it's also practice. Like I used to just show up for the round, show up for the tournament. And I have a lot of friends who are very avid golfers. They practice every day at the range, and they dial their swing in. So when they go out there, they've had a ton of reps. They feel confident, because it's tough to just show up and then try to correct your swing mid-round. That's like a recipe for disaster. So like anything, the more reps, the more practice, the better you get.
And you two are both rocking your Super Bowl rings right now. Which one do you break?
Hold on, check this out.
Yes.
The same one.
Now, can you explain that?
No.
Can I can't even explain it.
How do you have that?
Nobody can explain it.
Oh, radio?
Well, I have 4 Super Bowl rings. This 4th one, I got to give John Elway credit for giving it to me because I called the game.
There you go.
The Denver Broncos.
That's a good deal.
That's big time. Worked with Dave Logan, the voice of the Broncos, and we called the game on the radio. And called Super Bowl 48. That was a little disappointing, but then got to call Super Bowl 50. So this is the one I wear. One, it's the biggest by far. They got bigger and better every year. But also, it was really cool that John gave us one for calling the game on the radio. The other NFL broadcast teams all had them. All the broadcast teams that won Super Bowls, the organization would give them these Super Bowl rings. So for the first couple of years, they'd walk by the studio to say hi, to be polite, but they'd say, hey, and they'd have their ring on. And they're kind of like rubbing it in. You're sticking it to us. You're kind of sticking it to us, right? And so John was so nice to give us a couple, and I wear it proudly. This was the last playoff game the Broncos had played in up until this year. So I'm glad they're back on track.
Oh, that's awesome. Speaking of your championships, when 97, 98, what's your favorite memory of those two teams?
My favorite memory is the last play of Super Bowl 32. And trust me, every play in every Super Bowl is amazing. But Super Bowl 32, right, was the first Denver Broncos Super Bowl championship in team history. And John Elway had been playing his whole career for that moment. And the fan base had grandfathers and grandmothers and aunts and uncles and kids have been going to games their whole lives. Not everyone even lived long enough to see that day. But when they did, it was like just a lifelong dream for so many people. And I was in the victory formation behind John in the backfield, looking at the ball, looking at the clock, looking at the ball, looking at just in case someone slaps it, I got to get it right. But when he took the knee and turned around, every human emotion you can imagine was on his face. He's laughing, he's crying, and I so badly wanted to pick him up over my shoulders and carry him off the field. I was like happy for me, but I'm happy for him and my teammates too, and he did the helicopter spin in that game. But this was it. The game's over. We won. But I had my knee drained like twice during the week, and I wasn't even sure I was going to be able to play. And then I just envisioned picking him up and dropping him. And I'm like, if I drop John Elway after the Super Bowl, I'll never hear the end of it. So I settled for dapping him up, and then all of our teammates ran out on the field. But that's my favorite moment. I think about it all the time.
When I hear Ed MacCaffrey in the Super Bowl, I think of the block.
All right.
Yeah, what was that?
That was fun. And sure, it would have been 30 yards of penalties today, and I might have been ejected. But it was legal back then. Totally legal.
So how did the Broncos get back there? I know you know all about offense, all your boys played offense. What do they need to do to this offense, or what pieces do they need to find their way back to being Super Bowl contenders?
Yeah, I think they're really close. They have great defense. They had a rookie quarterback who had a phenomenal year. I think they found their quarterback. So, in my opinion, it starts with ownership, really, and the Walton Penner Group has done a phenomenal job. They've proven to the fan base that they're going to invest in the team. They're also bringing alumni back, which I personally appreciate, and trying to remember and celebrate the history of the team. I think that's good for the Broncos. And then you have to get the right head coach. Look, Sean Payton, he's old school. He's serious about his football. Just like me, he might not be for everyone, but he's serious about winning, and he's serious about putting a Super Bowl caliber team out on the field. After you have that in place, you need the quarterback. I think we struck gold with Bo Nix. I really do. He was only rookie, had a fantastic season. Offensively, it's hard, but it's fair. Every team I played for, they drafted a first rounder as a receiver, right? Broncos drafted 2 first rounders. And the reason that's good is it increases the talent level on your team. So at every position, you need to bring in guys to compete. And if you're the best player, you'll win that job. If you're the best player, you'll make the team. But continuing to bring in talent, obviously playmakers and star players, but also depth. You need depth. Guys go down, you need someone else to step right in and get the job done, because attrition is a big deal in the NFL. It's hard to make it through a whole season with all 22 of your starters that start day one. So I think they need to keep just improving talent. They have to have a good draft class, bring in some solid free agents to compete. Most NFL rosters have like a 60% churn rate, so half the team won't be back next year. You never get that team back. This is going to be a new team. So for the guys that were here, the young guys, get better, right? For the older guys, continue to do what you're doing. For any new guys, coaches have to get them up to speed as quickly as possible. I heard Coach Payton talking about how the receiver room's probably better than what they got credit for. They have some pretty good players, but they're going to look to upgrade every position. Running back, tight end, might bring in a lineman. Defensively, even though we had a great year, probably look to create some depth or bring guys in. You want to bring guys in to compete to start, right? And then may the best man win. And then the teams that can do that and still keep the room together, the receiver room, the DB room, the linebacker room, right? Guys that play together, kind of like me and Rod Smith. When I played with Rod, we started out as backups. We ended up becoming starters, but we competed for the same position. There was a time where we were literally fighting for the same spot, but we were rooting for each other. To me, that's the greatest experience you can have in sports, where you're rooting for someone else that's competing for your job to succeed. But when you have that, man, it's a special thing.
Two last ones for you. You mentioned the wide receiver position. Could you see Cooper Kupp being a fit here?
Cooper Kupp's a fit anywhere. He really is. I mean, he's a Triple Crown winner. He had one of the greatest Super Bowls in Super Bowl history and one of the greatest touchdown-winning catches I've ever seen. And if you remember that game, I think he was concussed. They called one of his touchdowns back, hit his head, came back, scored again. It was one of the greatest finishes ever. He's one of the best receivers in the league. He battled some injuries. For whatever reason, it didn't work out in LA. He will make any team that he plays for better.
I love that. Last one. We're from Denver as well. Rooting for the Eagles this week. What's the best way the Chiefs could lose this game?
It hurts that you're rooting for someone right now in this game. I can't root for anyone. But so you want for the Eagles to win.
Yeah, if you would, the best.
They have a lot of talent. The best script would be that the Eagles hit a chunk play up top to either A.J. Brown or Devontae Smith early, because everybody knows they can run the football. Coach Spags is going to have some tricks up his sleeve with stunts and blitzes and slants and things like that to try to stop the run, because they want to get a TFL or a second and long. They don't want to live in third and short. So if you do that, if Philly could hit them up top early, that's going to soften that defense a little bit, and then they'll get back to doing what they do best, which is run the football. I also think defensively, they need to find a way, the Eagles need to find a way to get pressure with 4, which they've done all year. But if you give Patrick Mahomes too much time to identify your secondary, he's going to pick you apart. You got to have a plan for Kelce too. And the way Philly will win, if it's a close game, I mean, you never know, it could be a blowout either way if there's turnovers, but if it's a close game, the Philadelphia Eagles cannot give the ball back to Patrick Mahomes. And I've been thinking about this because I've been a coach too, right? And most of the play calls, like whether you're going to go for 2 or go 4 on 4th down, you already have it on your script. I don't even have to think about it, because if the score is this score, or depending on what quarter it is, I already know if I'm going for 2 based on the score. I already know if I'm going to go on 4th down in certain parts of the field. But there's going to be potentially a decision. I hope it comes down to this. Philadelphia has the ball. They're on their own 20 coming out. It's 4th and 1. Normally you punt, but are you going to punt that to Patrick Mahomes? If you don't convert, they have an easy score. But if you do convert, game over, run the clock out, end it on offense. That would be phenomenal. But I think Philadelphia's probably hoping they get the ball at the end of the game, and it's up to Jalen Hurts and their offense to drive the ball down on a very good Kansas City Chiefs defense. But I don't know. I always like the coaching aspect of it. Like, how risky are you going to be, right? Like, you going to do that? Because it's like if you don't get it, you might get fired. If you punt it and they score, you might get fired. So the only thing saving you, not that you're going to get fired during the Super Bowl, but I mean, your job's on the line, you'll get critiqued. The only thing that'll save you is to get that first down. It might not come to that, but if it does, man, it'll be exciting.
I love it. Thank you so much, yeah, the legend. Thank you.
We all silly like the mayor.